I wouldn't know how they would do that, and
Yeah.
it's very, unless.
Is there some type of easement here or
Do we
something?
know of
or-
any of these parcels that the town of Dayton are putting up for auction?
Oh, maybe,
Oh, boy.
maybe.
Maybe I could check on that tomorrow.
Yeah.
That would be something,
Yeah, this is
because
bizarre.
this is Sylvia's Way, which it doesn't shows
Sylvia's
here,
Way.
but I mean, somehow they could, I don't know if all these are house lots or not, but I mean, but the Dayton owns this and we own this as well. So, and DI Trust owns this, right? Or this, I think, Dayton might own these two, yep, Dayton owns these two, DI Trust owns this one.
That's the big one, right?
Dayton owns this, and Dayton owns this. So I don't know if perhaps, I know that we're coming to auction before July first, we have parcels, I don't know what those
You're
parcels
not
are.
land,
I used to be, I'm not now.
Oh, you're not.
I don't know what those parcels
I
are.
did look at
So,
that list, but I can't remember.
I mean, for all we know, that could be somebody knowing what we're coming up for auction, getting his ducks in a row prior to
Fine.
this buying, you know.
Yeah. But
So-
they're not big lots, 3 3/4, 3 3/4.
But they would be just I mean, let's, could, you know, if you had this and you had this, they could bang in the paper road over here, cause this road, this paper road here, I think you can, if you would have put in a roadway to our specifications, you could come in and put, because there was a house lot over here, and that's what the building inspector had advised them, that if they wanted to do something with their land, they would have to come to the planning board and put in a road to, and build it to our specifications.
Is that Brookshire?
But it's that,
Yes,
for some reason, it doesn't seem right that somebody could go and throw a road in just to get to their lot. That's kinda weird.
it's their lot,
It's their lot, but it's,
it's a paper road, if they wanna build a road, I mean, I don't know how cost effective it would be. I mean, you know, I don't know, it depends, but to me, you better have a big enough lot
You
that
gotta
you
have a
can.
lot of, if there's a lot of land, like I always wondered why someone who owns all that back land on Hart Street doesn't make that paper road a real road to William Street and
Cause
open
most,
that whole thing up.
most of that
That's
land
the
is
one that
owned
was
by,
abandoned.
It's owned by one?
yeah,
Is it owned by the town?
no, the Harvey's LLC, they've now put it into a trust, owns a really good portion of it. And then down the way it goes to the, abutters along the way, yeah. So,
So it has to be a paper road that nobody has any claim to be.
I believe so, right?
Yes,
well, I
yeah,
think if
that's
the
what makes
Harveys
sense.
were willing to
If the Harveys were, yes.
do that, and I'm sure that the rest of the abutters would be willing to
Right.
pitch in the rest of their way.
Yeah, if they have a big enough piece.
Right.
If all they have is,
Oh,
That would
I'll
open
just
up
here
a
with you. I'm gonna put these in the file.
huge amount of houses that would go up into that area.
well,
Where is their closest facility? I forgot to ask them.
I think we own this one.
Oh,
when we moved
I
down
don't think
here,
they have one.
No?
no,
I think it was it was a parade, and so we live on Pleasant Street, so we were over at Arujo's, and went down Main Street, got turned back, I went, oh, I'll just take Hart Street around.
I will make a
Where is
motion
it?
to adjourn.
Oh, second that.
It was on the,
Oh, you're not gonna find it.
I had the map book
Chairman?
and everything, like,
Second.
There's a motion on the floor?
all in favor?
Aye.
good night, Cable.
By the time I got back to where the parade was, it was over.
Yeah.
Haven't had a meeting like that in a long
They're not
See.
shutting it down.
What scares me about
Still on the
this,
TV.
what scares me is naive.
Well, I think a good choice reading that letter. I would hope that more medical marijuana users would come forward and, you know, tell their
Tell
story.
their stories,
Tell their
exactly.
story, you know, I mean, I see online all the time, if you look, like, these little kids having seizures, they say that, you know, it's amazing. One child went from having, you know, 5 or 6 seizures a day to like 1 every 2 weeks.
I read about kids having them
I-
one every couple of minutes.
Yeah,
To none.
really, to none. Yeah, I mean, it's important,
The thing that's bothering me the most here is the fact that we went through this whole thing. Now, we're an elected board. We went through this whole process. We made our thing, and now we're putting these people through.
we're not.
process.
No, it's the
No,
state,
no,
it's
no,
the
no.
state's doing it.
No, it's the town, the selectmen,
No, the state requires the letter of recommendation
from
from the town.
From the
And the-
official
And the
board or whatever.
From the town, it doesn't stipulate it. I
They
think
already
that-
did a presentation for the selectmen.
Yeah.
They did.
I would think that every,
What was their response?
They did,
They
they
wanted
wanted
to do
They want
another
a hearing,
input.
or
Or
a
a
forum.
forum.
They didn't
Forum.
really
I
specify.
think it's gotta be a forum because
It can't have,
It
like I
can't be a
explained, the
public
hearing.
the
Right,
hearing,
right.
you have to.
They just said hearing, Jack said hearing. because-
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
he-
it's-
he doesn't,
Right.
right,
It's just
He's-
terms.
But they
getting
need to
there.
have it as soon as they can, so these people can
can
move
move
forward.
forward. I mean, as far as the cultivation process, I mean, slight manufacturer, they can come in here tomorrow with a site plan review, go to Peter Merrigan, and but they still need their letter of
They
recommendation.
need a letter
For the
to apply.
That's
state
right,
requires,
okay.
yeah.
But
State.
the town is always saying they want business.
Business.
There it is. There's
That's a
business.
quiet business.
Yeah, they ain't
That's a
got-
very
But
quiet
again, it's,
business, out of
it's,
sight, out of mind, you
it's,
know,
it's
and
naive
to
people who
me,
are gonna say, I
to
don't
me,
want
the-
this stuff
the
growing in
more
my
we,
town.
tax exempt, that's gonna be an
the
issue.
dispensary is tax
It's
exempt,
all over.
So the growing
I-
facilities not,
that's correct, personal property
cause it's a
tax.
medical,
But there's a,
considered a medical facility, right?
Right,
Yeah,
personal
yeah.
property tax we still get on that.
Oh, yeah?
Now, and
My wife's
this,
still
all this
agreement.
advertising could
New
hurt
guy.
us bring this
Yeah.
business to town, because especially the cultivating part of it, you put that in that bill, do you know anything that goes on in that bill?
only by reading the signs.
Wow.
You have
Nancy
no
upstairs,
idea
Nancy
what's
said
in
no.
that building,
yeah.
what goes on
Her
in that
father's
building,
house.
or anything,
I
unless.
haven't been in there lately, but I toured it once.
Yeah, I
She
did
bought
too,
her father's
and,
house.
I think we were
They
together.
were growing it.
Really?
I think we were.
Did we go with
Yeah.
Jim Holland?
Yes,
and
no,
the guys
no,
from
no,
Taunton?
right.
No, it's all fenced
I mean,
off,
you
though.
would
The old
never-
house right on
You
School
never
Road.
yeah,
know,
yeah.
so I mean, are we opening a
She
can
said
of
you can smell
worms
it
by
going
like,
on.
you know, where you're gonna get people to be like, I don't want that growing in my town,
Right, well,
blah,
that's what I
blah,
was
blah,
just-
blah.
I think you will now in the beginning, but then after a
I
few
mean,
months,
but,
you're not.
you know,
You're not
reality,
even
like
gonna
I
know it's
said,
there.
Not
No, I'm gonna know though when I live close.
The worst thing
Don't
that's
be
happened
peeking
is
in the
if
Well,
windows.
you'll get the best of it, you'll get the
Yeah.
snippet.
Yeah.
the selectmen could require a town vote for the letter of approval. I don't know.
Why?
Could they?
You want us to keep
Because they,
Then what we do is useless then.
no,
Oh, I really did
it's
it
the,
this time.
it's the, it's
Oh,
like
God, it's
the
the
mayor
whole other side.
has to write the letter of recommendation
Sheesh,
for a
Louise.
town, and he's gonna do it based on the city council's input, and the
So my
selectmen are-
Gorilla Glue
write the
held
letter
on the
based
other
Well,
side.
I don't think they wanna come into town, cause
New
I-
desk.
a lot of.
I-
Maybe we didn't talk about you,
And
girl.
they need to get
Well,
the letter from the
because
selectmen.
I
It's
just
really-
gave that to Peter
and
and
if
Bob
the
tonight,
selectmen
so
are
at the next
smart,
meeting, you guys
they'll
can
go
talk
back.
about.
I read the whole
I
thing.
don't
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I don't think they've got a bunch of opposition.
I don't think they would either.
I hope not.
And if
Yeah,
they
I
han-
figured
If they
we'll-
handle it right,
I
the
just gave
selectmen,
Peter and
then-
Bob, cause I haven't seen Peter or Bob until this evening, so I just gave that to
I mean,
them
would it
tonight.
help if we talk to them at all? I mean-
Well, we're gonna send them a letter of recommendation,
Yeah, tell me.
that we you know, I gotta,
We
I
can-
tell you, I will say one thing, is that was the most decisive vote that we
Yeah.
ever put up. Yeah.
Well, I think it's just amazing what it does
I wonder why I got no.
for,
Now, after watching
Peter
the
had
I've
it.
always
little
been a
girl
fan.
I think I'm
on
losing my
television,
mind
they did a whole
sometimes, like,
Yeah.
what the
thing
not in
about
that
this little
regard.
girl, and she was
but I haven't smoked
having
pot in
seizures
Back in
every
1943.
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah, you guys are born in the good
After the
days.
first or second treatment, they went to every 10 hours, every other day. It was,
I saw a YouTube of a guy that had,
Cosmopolitan. And my girl was making them, so I know they were strong. Oh, yeah.
and so they showed this
I ain't even going up there.
I'm gonna send them a text and pick on them.